Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday. I'm so excited. We got a big day planned. Everybody loves the Ask Me Anything Monday. Everybody loves the More Good News Wednesday. And here we are, just plain Taco Tuesday. Hopefully you're enjoying. Joseph, good to see you. John, Sasha, good to see you. Colleen, happy Tuesday to you as well. Let's get some questions rolling and growing. We got some great people coming on. I am going to be on the road. I am so excited about the Noble conference coming up, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. The amazing speaker lineup, including my good friend and mentor and mentee, the amazing Gary V. How do you like that? Hey, Zeus, here we go. Questions are already rolling in. How phenomenal is that? First up, what is your morning routine like? So I have two morning routines. My tomorrow starts today. So I started at 9 p.m. with an unwinding routine to get my body, mind, soul all aligned so I can plateau and grow. So I start my day at 9 p.m. by unwinding so that I utilize my sleep to transcend myself to a higher frequency, not a lower one where I'm starting back over again and again and feeling stuck in my life. And I have that routine that then carries out from 4 a.m. And from there, you can go ahead and search everything that I do as a student on my calendar to effectuate what I do. And then I have a adaptable routine. So, I always say you want to make God laugh, come up with a great routine. He'll throw some little cogs in the wheel. And so you have to have an adaptable routine based on your own values, your non-negotiable values. And a lot of people don't prepare for that adjustment at all. Thank you so much. I'm very, very excited about the Noble Con as well. Perfect. And going through here, let's answer a couple more minutes, and we'll bring the guys on from the Noble Con. Can you speak to this? What was meant for me will never miss me. What misses me was never meant for me. Yeah, this is the counterintuitive perspective of everything happens at the right way at the perfect time. I'm just angling to what I want, but I have faith that I'm going to end up somewhere better. So if I'm looking for something and it misses me, that was a good thing. And so if I didn't get the job, I didn't get into the school I wanted or thought I wanted to, that this missed me, I'm pushing me towards something better. And if something came upon me, that was where it was meant to be, and according to my attention and intention. A lot of people don't understand that they have free will, in the sense that they have free will to clear the interference to allow things to happen. And if things happen that they don't want to happen, they don't have the free will in order to effectuate, knowing that it's better, right? That they have faith that something better is happening. They just assume it's for the worst, and they put things into the context of man-made time, that this must be an immediate reaction to this action, which at this time and day, I don't know its own effect on me. And it could be days, weeks, months, or years from now until I see how great it was for me. But instead, the simple solution is to have the faith that that is good for you, that you are, even though it's not what is anticipated or what you wanted to do, is to move forward from there. What do you say about Bitcoin? I say know your timing and risk tolerance. Learn about the market makers, and the buy and sell side, and you could do well in Bitcoin. What if you have too many minimums for the day and it becomes overwhelming? Well, then you're not doing things correctly. So there's an infinity of minimums in a day, and what you need to do is prioritize those. Effectuating the do it now philosophy of reprioritizing and adjusting according to what happens in the day by knowing and taking inventory of your values. There'd be no reason to feel overwhelmed just because there's an infinity of minimums that you want to have. You can only do one of them at a time. You can only focus in on one thing at a time. And so all you need to do is prioritize. See, if you prioritize, then you're able to knock the most important things off, not allowing urgent things to confuse what you're doing. And so, you'll just do what you can do, and you'll move forward from there, and you'll reprioritize the next day, but you're always maximizing the efficiencies, effectiveness, and statistical success of what you're doing. All righty. I am looking for my friends here. Send the request for our boys, Al and John from NobleCon. Hey!
What's up, man?
Hey, you're at the facility already.
Oh yeah,
Look at that. I get a preview. That's
you
so.
get a preview. There's the main stage right there for you.
Oh my gosh, I have not been so excited to speak, and since I was young, this is. I mean, the
It's been a
lineup is
while.
incredible. You guys are incredible. The conference is incredible. You guys walk the walk. I don't do this for everyone, and it's like when you guys said I guarantee value to everyone, Dave. I'm like, I'm in. That's what I'm
Appreciate you,
about.
man. Appreciate you so much for believing in what we believe in and being like-minded.
Yeah. Well, we're going to expand and accelerate people's lives and create that quantitative value. Just the lineup is incredible. You got both the Vaynerchuk boys. I think one, they're incredible.
Package, a 2-for-1 deal.
Yeah, they roll, man. So that's
Yeah.
a good deal. And they're just as excited. I was blessed last week. I talked to both of them. So and excited to see Gary in person and AJ there. What give us a little background. We want more people to come. We're guaranteeing everything. I know I'm speaking on Thursday. I'll be there in person. I'm flying
Sure
out
will be.
tomorrow.
Yep, I'll be picking you up.
All right. Yeah, give everybody some background on what we're doing.
So the background is, myself and two other partners, John Timmerman and Rob Schauger. I think they're in here as well. Rob started with, he really is all about community, giving back to the business community, right? Came to us and said, he wanted to do something special, that wasn't your typical business breakfast, that same 300 business cards, right? Nobody wants that. And the breakfast isn't that great. So it's like, we got together at a Starbucks and we basically brainstormed and we put this concept together and predicated it on let's stop the bullshit. So the natural course from there was no bull, and then we checked our trademarks to make sure.
That's so cool.
That was what it was predicated on, and just giving people a real opportunity to actually achieve their dreams, to actually learn, to actually grow, but the real way, in the non-bullshit way. Right? There's no success overnight. None of that is true. And then the next step was, okay, who preaches that message the best? Who preaches that the most unfiltered, unbullshitted, unbiased, everything? And it, of course, was you, Gary V, and everybody on our platform. And we were very selective about our speakers. There wasn't going to be any sort of like rah-rah, motivation only, everything is unicorns and rainbows. That's not what we wanted.
Or what I stand by too, what drives me nuts are the guys that stand on stage and they just want to sell you something.
Right.
Just the bullshit of, hey, they'll fade things out. It's like, I made all this money in real estate, but when? Yeah, you bought it when 2008, when everything was bankrupt, and you're showing margins that aren't available today because the market's at the top, not at the bottom. And you're selling a $25,000 program that is impossible to help people. And like that, I saw that nobody's selling anything. It's guaranteed value. We will change lives. What my goal is to teach people to enjoy the consistent every effing day, persistent without quit, and enjoy it, pursuit of their own potential, whatever that is, and then give them pragmatic tools to go get it, not just give you BS surface motivation, but truly step by step. Look, here's 5 daily practices. You do these 5 things every single day, 7 days a week, and inch by inch, it'll be a cinch for you, and you'll get there. Not going to happen tomorrow, but it will accelerate and grow, and that's how. You guys even have like a $6 billion company behind you now.
We do,
right? Because they're not bullshit either.
They're not bullshit either. And those 3 guys started that company one small step at a time. That started as 3 guys wanting to make some big change, and now it's a $6 billion company. And it's like every single person involved in this event is complete and utter no bullshit. They've been through the failures, they've been through the war, the wins, everything is there. So even in its original concept, obviously pre-COVID, it was designed to be a 2,000-3,000 person huge conference, fireworks, the whole shebang. But even in that concept, we were not going to allow any sale, any vendors, anything to be like pushing product down people's throats. That wasn't the case. It was you come, you learn, tactical, practical, you leave, and you start.
Nice. And best thing is I don't have to dress up, right?
You don't. Come as you are, man. Come as you are.
I just got to tell you, this is my first trip. So, I used to travel 200 days a year. And, but I looked at the weather and I'm wearing this because I bring good weather wherever I go.
Yeah,
It's
amen.
73 and sunny
Yeah.
in Syracuse.
And in Syracuse. And it's like, if you know anybody in upstate, like that's a miracle.
Yeah.
So
That's a
thank
Meltzer
you.
miracle. That's the
a
only
Meltzer
thing I've
miracle. If you did nothing else, it'd be a win. It'd be a win.
I'm going to be in sandals and shorts and a t-shirt just to throw it down, man. I'm going to be like, I'm in Syracuse and I'm burning up here on stage.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah.
warm.
That's it.
And now can people, I know online, they can just go to @NobleCon. Where else can they go? Because I want everybody to sign up.
Yeah, so noblecon.com. If they want 30% off the tickets, they can just use promo code David.
Okay.
So yeah, noblecon.com, everything is there. It's entirely virtual. Obviously, there'll be a select group of people here, VIPs that were, from a year and a half ago, VIPs. So they'll be in person. You'll be here, Gary, all that good stuff. But for the masses and people all over the country and the world, noblecon.com. It's all self-explanatory. And the login is super, super simple. You just, you sign up for your ticket and then you'll get some instruction and simple password, you're in.
Perfect. And both of us, we guarantee value. So if anybody, you don't even like my haircut, I'll give you back your money personally. These guys don't even have to refund you. And if I don't bring it, I am so excited. I'm just going to tell everybody right now, I do stuff for free every day. Any message that you want to find, I have my own search engine. You can find it for free. I give my books for free. But if you want to see something special, see Gary V and I together, the energy, I'm just going to bring it. And I'm so fired up. I'm just hoping that I don't just lose my mind on stage screaming at everybody because I'm so excited. This is going to be so cool.
There it is. That stage right there.
That's awesome. I can't wait. Anything else I missed or you want to tell anyone?
No, just get your tickets. This is, there's a 3-week replay. So if you can't come on April 7th or April 8th, doesn't matter. Buy the ticket anyway. We're replaying the content for 3 weeks, full access. There's 20, including Dave. Everybody gets a copy of David's book, Connected to Goodness. Tons and tons of free downloadable resources and content, from TikTok to how to use LinkedIn, discounts to Shay Rowbottom's courses. There's so much stuff that's free. Just go get it. And it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer, and it's guaranteed. And I will guarantee it personally because I love these guys, and I will bring it. I can't wait for you to pick me up tomorrow night.
Me
I'm
too,
flying
man.
in my first beach. I got my shorts and my sandals ready for the beach in Syracuse.
Yeah, right.
Thank Al, thank Rob, thank John. You guys are amazing. Thank you. You can
Appreciate
find
you.
@NobleCon and @NobleCon.com. We pinned it up there as well. You can see it.
Yeah.
Everybody, I'm counting on you to support me. This is the biggest speech I've done in over a year. Please join me and Gary and the rest of the team, AJ and Shay. There's 30 people total, right?
Yeah, something like I've lost track now.
Yeah, right on.
Track.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, man.
I'll see you tomorrow.
God bless. See you, buddy.
See you later. Thank you.
Bye.
Amazing. No BullCon. I'm going on the road. I'm going to speak. I'm going to bring it. Not that I don't do my best every day, but I got already just talking to my adrenaline flowing. And it's going to be no BS. And it's no BullCon. Join me, Gary. We're going to have an incredible time. And we'll make this a tradition. And going every year. And next time, everybody will be there in person. This year, we got 3 weeks of replays, and you can watch it Wednesday, Thursday. Please join me. Use my name to get a discount, and we'll all guarantee your satisfaction and value, as I always do, right? Not worth it. If you cannot quantify and articulate the value greater than what you're asking for and guarantee it, then don't step on a stage. We're going to be there. Thank you. Yes, content's going to be amazing, and I'm going to be rested, ready, and fired up to be on the road. 73-degree weather in Syracuse is a Meltzer miracle. Oh, my goodness. All right. Let me take a quick question, get fired up even more. Thank you, everyone. We're loading in these things. What's your favorite topic to speak on? What the audience is listening for is my favorite topic. If I can figure out what an audience is looking for, that's my favorite topic. I don't want them to listen to me. I want to know what they're listening for. I want it to resonate. I want the frequency to be there. I want to change their life, to empower them, to empower others. I want to hit a spark in them that says, I'm going to change the course. I'm going to have a seed planted in them. I may not sit under that tree when it grows, but I'm going to plant the seeds and allow other people to water it along the way. But I'm going to set a course correction, one that creates an exit of the interference that you have. We're going to do it. Those are my favorite topics. I'm always looking to see what people are listening for. That's why I do this stuff. I can tell what people are listening for. I can see by the questions what they're listening for and how I can provide value. And now we got a great filmmaker coming on. Let me see. Are we here, guys? Blaine, are they here? At the Illegal, the project, and the movie is called Illegal, the project. If you haven't catch it out, boycott MLB. All right. So you listen to the audience. Love that. Oh yes, absolutely. That's why I'm a Q&A guy. I'm a hot seat coach. I want to know what you're listening for. That's why I do these. Thank you. All right. Is my friend Laz here from the amazing movie? She wants to ask a question. The movie Illegal, the project. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. I do not know where we go. All right. Let's take another question. Thank you so much. Could you please tell some tips to stay productive? Be a student of your calendar is the number one tip I have. Be a student of your calendar. Pay attention to and give attention to what you have planned, what you don't have planned, and your sleep. Use the power of 64. Remember, if you can just focus in on every day, saving 4 minutes, that is 28 minutes a week. That is 112 minutes a month. And that's almost, 2 hours a month. That's 24 hours a year. That's 3 days of full productivity for you. 3 days. If you did that every year, that's 30 days of productivity in 10 years. You're a month ahead of everybody else. But if you can become efficient and twice as efficient, that's 60 days. And if you can be more statistically successful, that's 120 days. 120 days. Are you kidding me? That's 4 months. All right. How can I get back confidence? You get clarity on what you want, take inventory of your values, balance it with the values that you have, and get focused in on those. Pay attention and give attention to those coincidences that will bring confidence. Clarity, balance, and focus will bring you confidence, and it will build upon itself. Confidence is an accelerator and grows exponentially upon itself. It builds and builds and builds. And so does insecurity. And also remember, insecurity, negative behavior works in its favor, and it works against the positive side of being confident as well. So make sure that you're utilizing good behavior, good habits, good disciplines in order to effectuate that confidence and get the clarity, balance, and focus that you're looking for. That is awesome. I am still looking for my friend Laz from Illegal, the project, the movie. I do not know Green Eggs and Ham. Who I am. Here we go. Get some more questions rolling here. What's the best quote you've heard recently? Best quote. Shoot, I just heard a really good one. I still love a little bit of Rocky quotes. It's not how hard you can hit, it's how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's a pretty good one. Be kind to your future self. Do good deeds. Show me your friends. Show me your future. Be more interested than interesting. Some of my go-tos. Best advice for a 23-year-old. Ask for help. Be radically humble. Find someone that sits in the situation that you want to be in and ask for help. The easiest way to get to where you want to go is ask someone that's already there and have them give you directions. Ask for help. Be humble. Please, no matter if you're 23, 33, 43, or 53 like myself, ask for help. It's the hardest thing to do. It requires the ego to be pushed out of the way and allow things to happen at the right way, at the perfect time. And that's extraordinary here. I'm so sorry that I missed my friend from the movie Illegal, the project. But we love you. And no bullcon. Oh my God. Oh boy. Hold on. It's amazing. We're all over it. And let me get to the next question. Thank you so much. How to live happily if world gives you sadness each day? The world's going to give you sadness each day if you look upon it without the light, the love, and the lessons that exist in the thing that you did not expect. There's no difference between sadness and happiness other than the ability to find the light, the love, and the lessons in the occurrence that of the event. And, I can take any event and extract time from it, the expectation of when, where, and how of that time, and find the light, the love, and the lessons so that what other people perceive as a sad event, I can make a joyous one. I can find the light, the love, and the lessons in everything that I do and be able to effectuate that in an efficient way as well. So make sure you build on your gratitude, a perspective of finding the light, the love, and lesson, forgiveness, which will give you peace in the event that you didn't expect, and accountability, which will give you control, asking yourself, what did I do to attract this event to myself that I was not expecting, that I'm calling a sadness? And what am I supposed to learn from it? The minute you learn from it, your sadness turns to joy. Your sadness turns to peace. And this is the secret of success, being able to have the superpower of being able to find the light, the love, and the lessons in everything that you do. How we find marketing clients: ask in person, on the phone, via email. Ask how to measure happiness in life. Look within. You can't find outside of you what you can't find inside of you. To measure the happiness that you have, look within yourself. Take inventory of your values and look personally what's going on, experientially what's going on, giving wise what's going on, and receiving wise. And you aggregate those values and the activities that you have in your life aligned with those values, you'll be able to quantify or measure the happiness that you have in your life. And then you can increase it every single day. You can plateau and grow by utilizing the 5 daily practices that I teach. If anyone wants to know the 5 daily practices, I will send you my book. I'll send you an exercise. Just email me. It's right here, david@dmeltzer.com. Or you could text me and join my community, 949-298-2905. david@dmeltzer.com. I'll send you for free, pay for shipping. I'll give it to you at the No Bull Con, whatever you want. All you got to do is reach out and ask. You can't ask often enough and you can't ask big enough. Nothing's going to happen unless you ask. Asking the universe takes a nothingness into a possibility. Becoming inspired on that possibility makes it a probability. And then learning the lessons that are necessary through strategy, discipline, and awareness will make that probability your reality or your perspective. Let's measure our happiness by looking within. You cannot find outside of you what you can't find inside of you. Our customer's always right, really. Our customer's always right. Well, the ego has no need. The ego tells you that you have a need to be right. There is an interesting question. Is a customer always right? I think we need to provide service and value to a customer and treat them or allow and understand and pray for their happiness. I don't think there's right or wrong. There just is. And so we need to find where a customer is coming from and meet them there, make ourselves equal, and then be able to understand where they're coming from and then pray for their happiness. And, determinative upon man-made constructs of, return policies, another way that, you can live by. A customer has the right to a refund, but I think understanding and forgiveness will allow you to make the customer right at all times. When you understand and forgive a customer and pray for their happiness, then they're always right. So I think they can be always right, but it takes a lot of work in order to get them there. All right, Jesse, what to do when you have insomnia? Well, first of all, get an unwinding routine into place. No alcohol, no drugs, no caffeine. Exercise during the day and start to unwind at a certain time. No negative energy, no interference, and work on the unwinding routine, which will set you up to sleep better. So for me, that's the secret of utilizing, sleep, is you want to expand or accelerate all physical energy and not put any things to interfere with your rest. Remember, you are already what you want. You are healthy, you are wealthy, you are happy. You just got to figure out, what are you doing to interfere with what you already are? And so insomnia is interfering with what you already are: your health, your peace, your happiness. You already are those things. figure out, is it caffeine, alcohol, drugs, not exercising the body enough, putting and focusing things differently for you. You know, what are those things for you? I have an incredible inspirational speaker, an author. I love this, an adventurer, Sean Schwarner, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I love to talk about what you're doing here. This incredible story, my friend. There he is.
Hey, how's it going?
I am so amazed by you. And, you know, I love talking to people who do things that other people would laugh at, scoff at, make fun of, or say are impossible. And, you know, it's one thing to be an inspirational speaker, author. You know, I get that. I've been able to do those two things. But, you know, the adventure side of being able to make the commitment to do things that may seemingly be impossible, or others at some time did. And you were able to climb Mount Everest, for example. And I'd love to discuss how the hell you did that.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I actually just got off the phone with Peter Townsend. He says hi.
Hey,
Um,
right on.
we're actually working on a trip over to Kilimanjaro. I'll have to talk to you about later, which is one of the things I have back here.
Well, I think if
Um,
we got a Dave Meltzer backpack, we could really impress people. And you could say, I carried David up to the top.
get like a little doll to stick back there too,
Like
right?
mini me from Austin Powers. I get
There you
that.
go. That's awesome. Now this will be my 21st summit of Kilimanjaro, so we're pretty excited.
Wow. And like, how do you, you know, go from nothingness to thinking, I want to do this, to actually doing it, and then doing it 22 times?
Well, it all started with Everest, as you said. You know, my background, I wasn't a mountaineer. I was an athlete. And for anybody who's interested, I'm a two-time terminal cancer survivor. I was given 3 months to live. I was given 14 days to live. I was in a coma for a year of my life, and I only have one lung. Oh, and I've climbed at Mount Everest, the highest mountain on every continent, skied to both the poles, and completed the Hawaii Ironman, all with one lung.
Right. And you're the only person in the world with one or two lungs to do that. So,
A-
right. No,
Absolutely.
no one with two lungs have done that, just so people can understand the incredible, you know, I think attention and intention, what I call that. How would you, what characteristic would you call someone who has one lung that can do what you just described that nobody with two lungs could do? What adjectives do you use? Like, what is it that allows you to do that?
Crazy.
Crazy. That's good. I love crazy. Crazy is not listening to what you don't want, what's missing, or what other people want for you. So for me, crazy is a great definition of what it is. It's for someone that just looks within to see what they can achieve.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's understanding a deeper purpose, because the reason I did all that was to give hope to people touched by cancer. That was the initial concept and idea, but it's branched out to more than that. It's branched out to people who need, you know, to find their own self-actualization. People who need to understand that whether you think you can or you can't, you're absolutely right. You know, and whenever you have those self-doubts of, hey, I never know when this is going to happen, or I don't know if I should push into this or go into that field, or go after this dream or goal, you know, we're all living in a state of uncertainty. What's uncertain is, I mean, there were nights I went to bed not knowing if I was going to wake up the next morning. That's uncertain. You know, we're all in a state of a temporary state of uncertainty. It's not a permanent state. You know, and it'll pass, and we just have to focus on a higher purpose that's outside of us. And for me, that was giving back and showing people that if you put your mind to something and you truly believe it and put in the massive effort towards that goal, you can literally go from the hospital bed to the top of the world.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
And, you know, obviously you've been noted as one of the top inspirational people in the world. You have been honored by the Jimmy V Foundation and Never Give Up. You know, for me, I tell people all the time, consistent, persistent pursuit, right? But it's enjoying that. You know, people quit. That's the only thing that stops them. You know, what are some of the things that you've learned through this journey of going to bed, wondering if, you know, you're not going to wake up, having your entire system break down, losing a lung, being able to climb these unbelievable peaks and do the things you do, what do you tell yourself when it's like, oh my God, why, I'm done. There had to be a point where you're like, maybe I should just quit. What do you tell yourself, or what do you do?
Oh, dude, there was a time I was at Camp 3 on the side of at Mount Everest, and that's roughly 24,000 feet. And I started developing cerebral edema, which is altitude-induced swelling of the brain. And
That sounds fun.
I suggest it to everybody who wants to try it. um, I had a flashback to when I was in the hospital floor, and I finally got home. I was released from the hospital. I was at home, and I was in the shower on my hands and knees, 60 pounds overweight, because the chemotherapy made my body balloon up. And while I was there, I lost all the hair in my body. And I remember being 13 years old, on my hands and knees, weeping, pulling chunks of hair out of the drain, crying my eyeballs out, and thinking my life was over. But I also remember at 13, I developed a different perspective, and it was looking at it. Let me put it to you this way. How do you think my life would have turned out if I kept telling myself, I don't want to die, I don't want to die, as opposed to, I want to live,
Yeah.
I want to survive? Same thing on Everest. I didn't focus on, hey, I don't want to die, I don't want to fall. I focused on making it to the top. And I think it works for anybody, because if you go after what you want as opposed to the avoidance of what you don't, you have a more positive aspect and a more positive outlook on everything.
And Goggins talks about, it inspired me, David Goggins, that when you feel like you're out, you're only 40% of the way there. And that, to me, even shifted my perspective, right? I always like those, videos of the kid that coach is on his back and he's bear crawling, and keep the 40% of the way there, kept going and going. For you, how do you deal with that length? Like, I'd say people don't mind hard, they really mind long. And I can imagine climbing the peaks. Those are long goals, not just hard goals. And so how do you deal with the longness of, I got so much more to go?
Well, Everest, a lot of people don't understand this. Everest took me a month and a half. So I was sleeping in a tent, and I'm sure you probably haven't gone a month and a half without showering. So that's pretty nasty.
I'm OCD, man. I can't go an hour and a half without showering or cleaning something. I'm kidding.
So and again, I did this when I was going through my chemo and my treatments, because I was treated for, the first time was a year and a half of my life. The second one was 3 months of intense chemo, a month of intense radiation, and then 10 more months of chemo. And that's what I'm fighting. I'm literally fighting for my life. It's not like I can pick up the phone and on these expeditions and say, hey, get me out of here. Insurance kicks in, helicopter takes me away. But the bottom line is having a purpose and focusing on the end result, and also really appreciating the process, I think, is key. Because if you don't enjoy what you're doing, then what's the point of doing it? So when I was going through my treatments and on Everest, every night when I went to bed, I would lay down, I would close my eyes before sleeping, and I would visualize myself swimming back and forth in the 50-meter breaststroke. That was my goal. I wanted to get back in the water again, because I was a swimmer. And when I had good moments going through the treatments, when I was back in school, when I was with my friends, I enjoyed those moments. But when I had the bad moments, I would go in here and I would focus on the future goal, because that's what I wanted. And it wasn't just seeing it from the first person point of view. It was tapping into all of my senses and making it emotionally attached. There was that emotional attachment. Because if you don't have that emotional attachment to something, it doesn't mean anything to you. You're going after it for the wrong reasons. So I think when you have those long goals, like Everest, or going through cancer, or anything, like right now, the whole world's going through something difficult. Focus on the end result and try to enjoy what you do have, and focus on what you do have in your life. Don't focus on what you can't do, what you're not able to do. Focus on what you're able to do, what you can do, and be grateful for that.
Yeah, it's incredible. Everybody's posted up there, like, where do I get his books, his guides, his training, all that stuff? Where do I hire him? It's SeanSWarner.com. So make sure that you go there, or at Sean S. Warner. Anyway, I have a quick question. So I always tell people, you know, if you are healthy, you get 1,000 wishes a day. If you're unhealthy, you only have one wish. But I think listening to you, I'm shifting. I'm always saying, don't be afraid of being a hypocrite, because you don't know what you don't know. You know, I think you might have one primary wish when you're not healthy, but it doesn't mean you can't have 1,000 wishes as well and attach your emotions to those wishes. When you were at your lowest sickness, health wise, and you were questioning your existence, which I think is an extraordinary parallel to today, where for the first time on earth, every single human being is questioning their existence. Every single one, regardless of how much money you have, where your geolocation is. For the very first time, it's a collective consciousness that we're concerned of our own existence. When you were concerned for your existence, what were your wishes?
Wow. Obviously, I think my going back to being 13 in the 8th grade, I think one of my wishes was to go back to school. So I think I was the only kid who actually wanted to be in school.
Until now, right? I mean, I just, that's my favorite thing about the pandemic with my kids, is they miss school, and I
Yeah.
never had that lesson given to me.
It's a lesson I think a lot of people are learning now. You know, and when your health is taken from you, you do have that one wish of being healthy again. But I think at the end of the day, every night I write down 5 things I'm grateful for. So that way I go to bed with gratitude. And I really think it reprograms your brain. It changes your brain. Through neuroplasticity, you learn to be more optimistic. You develop more synaptic connections in your left prefrontal cortex. It's proven. So you are pretty much a representation of repetition. You know, whatever you bring in. People always say you are what you eat, but you are what you consume. You know, whatever you consume in whatever form it might be, you either program your brain or your brain will be programmed for you. And the fun thing is you have a choice every morning you wake up too. So I tell myself every morning, you know, today's the best day ever, and I'm going to make it that way. And I think every morning I woke up when I was ill or when I'm having a health issue, you know, I just want to make it through the day.
You know what's amazing is I have studied physics, quantum physics, and metaphysics. I have surrounded myself with world thought leaders, inspirational people like yourself, and from Jack Canfield to Sean to Deepak Chopra to the Sadhguru. And every conversation, the simple fact of just saying thank you or thinking of what you're thank you, you know, I think about the word occupation. It means to me something different. There's no work in my life. There's activity I get paid for. There's no jobs. You know, for me, I'm always concerned with what occupies me. And that is my occupation. And I surround myself with the right people and the right ideas. And gratitude, to me, I joke around, but the two most powerful lessons that I teach or that I've learned, I learned before I was 3. One is to say thank you. It'll change your life. I've studied all those things around. Say thank you for 30 straight days, like you talked about, create the neuroplasticity, you know, the neural pathways that'll form of finding light, love, and lessons and everything. And then 2 is ask. And so my final question is, we kind of tail this off, is what ask do you have of us, me, my audience, everyone out there? You can't ask big enough. You can't ask often enough. And I know you've learned to ask the universe and others to be of service and value and for help. What ask do you have for us today?
My ask, wow, would be 2 things. One obviously would just to be to ask everybody, what makes you happy? What purpose do you serve? You know, have you this is my question, and then I'll go to my ask. Have you fulfilled your life's purpose? Are you still alive? The second one is just go to thesummitchallenge.com, because I took everything that I've learned, going from literally crawling 8 feet from the hospital bed to the bathroom to climbing 29,000 feet to the top of the world. And I put that together because after every keynote presentation I had, people would come up and say, that's a great story, but you know, there were 5 or 10% of them who would continue that and ask me, how did you do it? And then going back to the Kilimanjaro aspect, I've been up there 20 times. I lead a group up every year as a fundraiser for a cancer charity. And our success rate is double the average of the mountain for everybody else on the mountain. We're at 98% success rate. Everybody else is at 48%. And I'm thinking, okay, well, what's different? And it's that I'm imparting my knowledge in helping people find their purpose and their reason for doing what they're doing, which is what thesummitchallenge.com is all about, helping people realize and achieve self-actualization through their own personal purpose.
I love that. thesummitchallenge.com, at SeanSWarner.com, SeanSWarner.com. You're amazing, man. We got to do more together. I'm so inspired by you. I'm so grateful for you to share your knowledge and inspiration with us and your story to help inspire others, just simply to be happy. Thank you for such a purposeful and passionate message. We posted everything up there. Check this out. Check out Sean. With all my gratitude, my friend, I look forward to doing more with you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Grateful on this end as well. Thanks so much, man.
You got it. Stay cool. I'm there. Hopefully I won't ruin his percentages. I'm going to climb Mount Everest, I think, or Kilimanjaro. He's at 98%. He's like, he sends me back a letter. Sean will be like, Dave, maybe you should think about something else. I don't want to hurt my percentages. No, it will change your life. Do you want to find your purpose? Reach out to SeanSWarner.com. He is the man. Incredible. Next time you think about quitting, think about Sean. That's all I got to say. Wow. I'm going to take one more question. Thank you. What an inspiring day. I'm just so blessed to have these people in my life. Sean, thank you. I see you there. We're going to climb Kilimanjaro together. I'm going to increase the percentage, I hope. Here we see. How do you find your career path of you aren't sure what you are passionate about? Well, first of all, take inventory of your values. Start focusing in on what you personally want, the what of your life. Don't worry about the why, worry about the what. The why will come. So what do you want personally? What do you want experientially? What do you want giving wise? And what do you want receiving wise? Like Sean said, right? What do you want? Not what you don't want, what missing, what other people want. What do you want? Give yourself that what, and the why will follow. So will the how, and you'll find the who to help you. All of those are defined. I always say, know your what, know your who, know your how, know your now, and you will know your why. On that note, everyone, I am humbled and grateful. Two of the greatest qualities that I can have, and happy. But remember, most importantly, join me every day. Be kind to your future self and do good deeds. Reach out to me, David at dmeltzer.com. Thanks so much.